In front of you guys.
Yeah.
Do the eyes. Jump.
Eyeing once. Eyeing twice.
Sewer.
One sewer.
In sewer. Oh.
Two sewer. One more. Jet.
Underneath. It's Omen. Oh, or Cypher.
Two sewer.
Sewer.
All dead. Let's go.
Sick round, boys.
Too easy.
That was the best retake ever.
That was amazing. That was like the cleanest retake we've had yet, I think.
Besides the killjoy with the opening kill, not something you say all that often. And it's a follow-up for Mitch as well. He's making the frenzy look wonderful as he continues this relentless assault. Gets spammed.
Okay, so I guess a lot of you haven't expected this, but we got a Valorant First Strike tournament winner. It's not Sentinels, it's not TSM, it's not Envy, it's Cloud9 Blue. And Cloud9 Blue just won a qualifier. And won against Envy, you know, when there's teams like Sentinels, TSM, and very strong tier 1 teams, nobody actually expected for this mid-tier team to actually win. Cloud9 started on April 12th when they revealed Tenz as their first player.
Hey everyone, Tenz from Cloud9 here, and today I'm going to be officially announcing that I will be pursuing Valorant over Counter-Strike.
Definitely not.
At the start, nobody actually thought a lot of Cloud9 Blue. On June 16th, they barely beat Luminosity Gaming with a 13-12 scoreline and a 13-10. Nobody actually looked at them a lot because while other huge brands like 100 Thieves and Sentinels were already out there posting videos and how they play. And they even lost to TSM and Envy 2-0.
Team. We have a top 10 CSGO team in the world right now, and we have some of the best Fortnite players. So with that being said, it brings me great pleasure to welcome the first building block of 100 Thieves, our first player ever signed to our Valorant team, Tico.
I mean, let's be honest here, they even lost to Prospect 2-0 as well. But how they improved was amazing. They started off with training a lot and preparing for the Valorant First Strike tournament. But before we get into that, it wasn't looking so bad for them. In August, in the FaZe Clan Valorant Invitational, they actually won against TSM and lost against Envy. Definitely a closer prospect than it was before. They even won against FaZe Clan.
Shinobi will get the first frag on to death, and now the rest of the team will probably push on with his orbital strike.
They do manage to get on, and a few more kills are going to start to go on for the favor here of Cloud9. See him too, but when you're pushing like that, there's not a lot of options. Mitch now going to have to deal with this, and he does so swimmingly. But we'll reflect on him in a little bit here. I'm sure that there will be plenty of opportunities to do so. Mitch, though, he's been so amazing with that. Oh my goodness, Mitch! Oh my goodness, Mitch! He got a triple there at the blink of an eye.
Now this eventually triggered them to win a bit more with consistency, you know, winning against strong teams as well through August. Now Valorant First Strike tournament in North America was coming up. That was open qualifiers, which featured 128 teams fighting for a spot. This was finally Cloud9's chance to prove themselves worthy against their opponents. And that's exactly what happened. This was actually Valorant's first major esports tournament. And that's what Cloud9 exactly did. They basically killed off the small teams while going for the big fish, TSM, Envy, and Sentinels. Now Cloud9 was actually thirsty for revenge. Everyone was siding on TSM to win this match, and Cloud9 wasn't having it. The match started off on Ascent, Cloud9's pick, and damn did they do good.
Is going to be able to get the spike down. Wardell's going to get flashed off instantly as they fight to retake the site.
Wardell just crouching, doing the crab walk on the heaven side. He does see a player there, spots the king, but does not spot Vice down below, and just like that, you blink and you miss it.
Cloud9 robbed TSM blind out of a situation that really shouldn't have gone their way.
I mean, it's the Tenz factor. It's something that I don't even need to tell you that he has the highest KD on the team. I don't even need to tell you that he has the highest kills per round in the tournament. I don't need to tell you.
However, over on to B, you hear the lock lead.
Down the middle, but it did not work out that way. He rotated early, he counted. Now looking at the next step in this round. Shinobi once again, Shinobi! gonna find two. They're gonna push in, looking for the third. Has to go flip and run right now. Tenz turn. It just looks like Cloud9 were the team that swung a little harder on Ascent. Of course, Bind will be coming up next. Already Wardell out of commission. He'll have to sit the rest of the round out, as will Sabrosa. Down to the 3v4 as Cutler now puts himself in a position with the rest of his team to play. Comes in for Cloud9. Paranoia Haze, unfortunately, can't see a darn thing as Tenz will be able to send him down to the graveyard. Cutler in a 1v2, or should we call him the Clutchler? Unfortunately, this time we will not. Cloud9 wraps up map number 1 with a neat little bow.
A convincing win from the boys over in Cloud9. TSM, they showed moments of brilliance.
Now it was TSM's Mac pick, and I can tell you, it did get very close. It ended up being a 16-14 for TSM, a bare victory in overtime.
He gets punched in the face. Wardell gets in on the action as well. As, ladies and gentlemen, chaos ensues right outside of the teleporter. One member left on the side of Cloud9 after the dust settles, and it's Vice with the Frenzy, who already has 4, looking for the ace. What a start to the match!
Got his
10 seconds left.
Hunter's Fury, the Blade Storm will find 5v4. Still very doable here for TSM. But it all depends on these next few seconds. They're pushing in Tenz, repositioning, still alive, buys himself milliseconds of time for the rest of the team as they start to push in. Vice versus the one final player, Sabrosa. And now the weapon.
But wait a second, where the heck are these guys? You get the yips, you start waiting around, like where the heck are they? So you rotate back, and that's exactly what Cloud9 does. Now TSM's gonna get onto the site, but they only have 8 seconds, and Vice stops it dead in his tracks. Wardell is able to get however, and he's got the op as well, and he's the last one standing. However, in a 1v2, he's got an operator, he's got the Blade Storm, he hasn't been spotted.
Wow.
30 seconds left. This fight, he's able to get one.
30 seconds left.
So the shot! Tenz! Oh my god!
TSM just down to 2 members left. Drone's one of them. And Shinobi's on the site trying to keep things at bay. They're going to smoke off the entrance. Now Sabrosa's going to take his way forward. Shinobi's going to be the first one there, but oh, the timing! Sabrosa happens to be fine, but Tenz takes it out. Drones is going to trade that back out. Way up a short, there's the cage. It's going to give away all of their positioning. It looked like Mitch was able to get through into U-Haul, and they're going to take the telly out. Haze is still there, however.
Doesn't matter. Wardell is not there. That's all that matters for Cloud9. They don't want Wardell to be a part of that conversation. Now Haze sprays. Haze finds his mark, and TSM stay alive.
But Cloud9 wasn't just giving up yet. They had to win the decider map, Split. And did they win it? We'll find out.
Now just down to 2, but of course they're able to fight back. Sabrosa out of commission just before he finds the 3K on the round. There's that Snake Lady packing a punch from a distance.
Strong start on the defending, side. Cloud9, or TSM going a bit aggressively here towards mid, but Tenz and Mitch just pick them apart.
And now the Lear comes through, they want to participate.
Round Simo is just so dang impressive for Cloud9. The lockdown Relics is able to get a very important kill on a second one as well. Hayes the last one standing here. He's gonna get the spike down. But, oh my gosh, is he right in the corner? Is he okay?
He is, but unfortunately not for long.
Different looks. We've seen the Viper spit. We've seen aggressive pushes up mid. We've seen delayed pushes, and it looks like that's exactly what we're going to get here on B. But once again, it's a save round for TSM. Cloud9 continues to make a statement.
Yeah, one after another down to one final player, Sabrosa.
Oh my gosh, they have 2 of them. On the other side of the smoke, it's a bloody firing squad. Shinobi gets 3 as the high GL for Cloud9 continues to keep TSM at bay. Tenz does it as well. You go into the second half so far down that you lose the coin flip pistol, and conventionalism says you lose the next one as well. There's no amount of utility that can save you from that. Shinobi is able to take care of Haze early on. TSM once again at a numbers disadvantage. Teams avail themselves of that. TSM just down to 3 members left as they fight to get to overtime, but the guns from Cloud9 may be too much. As TSM just down to 2 members left, Relics gets onto the site, and ladies and gentlemen, Cloud9 do it again! The 3rd best of 3 in a row against TSM, and they best Team Solo mid.
How did it get to that point?
Now they could celebrate their own victory, but it wasn't over for Cloud9 yet. They had a stronger opponent before them, Envious. Envious was actually one of the stronger teams at the start of Valorant. And what happened next is something shocking. Envious and both Cloud9 Blue had to give it all in to get the first place in the first Valorant Strike qualifiers. It was pretty much important as it wrote down in history. Sure, both qualified for the first strike, but it's more about proving to your fans that you can be the #1 spot. And that's what they did.
The killjoy with the opening kill, not something you say all that often. And it's a follow-up for Mitch as well. He's making the frenzy look wonderful as he continues this relentless assault. Gets spammed, and Mitch has now found 4. He wants the ace, but Shinobi says, well, come on, man, I gotta at least get 1. Play, net success. There's a nice nade coming in.
30 seconds left.
Force 1 up onto the bench. The Kench bench doesn't provide any safety, but Food is there to gobble up 10. And now Food has to worry about them pushing through. Can step into his own flames, obviously, to try and grab up that Bulldog that's waiting. He's trying to, but that rifle is being guarded as if it's made out of pure
Tough corner right now.
FNS. Just looks the wrong way, and like you mentioned, the timing works out. There's the flash lead in as well. The blind's relics a bit. In that time, Food has picked off Mitch. Tenz coming through the market, though. It's a quick pickup. They've got to deal with Food, who's on the back end of this play. Showstopper as well. A lot of ults being potentially thrown out here on the round. There's the Rolling Thunder coming in, but it misses Caboose, who now uses the dismiss to get into position, but it's a quick shot from Tenz. It puts everything on the remaining 2. Curveball, not in the right spot, but it is this time at Tenz with a blind shot. It's now down to the spike diffuser. He's sticking in, and Tenz with the jump shot. We've seen it. Runs in, hits the switch after flipping the switch on his ult. Mitch will get the openers, though, for Cloud9 as they cement themselves as defensive force to be reckoned with. It's down to just 1. Wow. Despite all the effort, all that fluff and thrill coming in from Envy, it's just Shinobi. And what can he do? Takes out the first target. There's a Phoenix flying in with a flashbang just behind him. It will be Envy who take map #1.
On Ascent they lost their tempo, but it wasn't over yet. Cloud9 had a second chance to redeem themselves. Up next was Split.
Reyna right by their side. Breach and Omen in sight, ready with the paranoia. There's the paranoia coming through. It's a great read coming out from Cloud9 as they crush this push right off the bat. The remaining 2 members are like, yeah, nope, not having any of it. Food tries to go in and play tricks with the port, the shadow step.
May be able to just play the retake. Now Envy walks into a trap. Cloud9 takes the upper hand, and now into this round. Envy, second round, first round. They also like to stay as they're rushing inside. Mitch and Shinobi and Weiss also hold their ground.
Rolling Thunder popped as they try to make their way out.
Wow.
Somehow Mummy is able to make that one work. And they're still working their way onto the site, but Cloud9 fires back just like that. It's all down to FNS, and a large part of that is actually detained. And they're going to blast them out of position. It's an easy couple of kills for them to gain access to the site.
That is so unfortunate, but let's see what happens with the round now. With the attempt of a retake, only 2 players remaining. FNS, the first one to come out from the doorway. A Rolling Thunder here into the site. And gets out of position. There's that first kill, but didn't connect onto the second one. It's still up to Crash. 3 versus 1, spots the first, Vice falls. Now towards the elbow, the crossfire set up, but Relic gets that last kill, and we are moving into a 3rd and final map.
Up next was the most important map of them all. With a good half on Split, what could go wrong? Let's take a look.
Eventually finds the kill. The heal will help, but it won't take him up to full reach. Sitting below 50 HP as they group up now and come through into Fuga. They've actually managed to make this work. They've brought it down now to 2, and the Sova gets dropped down to just around 5 HP. Mummy's on site with a full boat, but he's got to be careful as the drone comes through. Look at the damage that's being dealt. Mummy's somehow still alive. Has to go to the sidearm as he's down out of ammo. And there it is. Cloud9 make it work. It starts with the shotgun. And then against Destin, they lost it 3-9, and they still brought it back. So Envy certainly has opportunity here, but no
30 seconds left.
He waits almost a little too long, and it doesn't work out so well. Mummy's trying to get past that turret, the shock dart. out in front of him. Won't make too much of a difference. Nice leer, but it is taken care of pretty quickly. Envy now down to just 2. Crashies with a nice pickup as they try to make their way out. Crashies gets 1. The Emperor's ult has been popped, and it's now a 3-on-2 with numbers advantage for Cloud9. The spike going down. Mummy has made it into hookah with 10 seconds left. The spike touches pay dirt. Shots coming out through the dark cover puts Mummy down on a 5 HP, and that puts a lot of pressure on FNS to save the day. The Nano Swarm making it that much harder for FNS to move into position, and now the Hunter's Fury as well. Nothing can be done. Cloud9 moves things out 13-5 over Envy, and they will be our #1 seed moving into the closed qualifiers next week.
So there you have it, Cloud9 finally had their revenge against TSM and Envy, one of their competitors they're kept losing against. But what's next? There's still a lot of tournaments gonna be happening at Valorant for the next 5 years for sure. I think Cloud9 Blue definitely shocked the first try qualifiers. There's definitely gonna be the closed qualifiers as well, so we're gonna be looking into that, how they perform. But right now it proves that if you're bad before, you can be good later. It's really nice to see Cloud9 Blue picking up and actually getting really good. So what's next for Cloud9 Blue? I'm pretty sure Tenz and Mitch and even everyone else on Cloud9 have a very bright future ahead. Even if Envy and TSM did not play at their best, Cloud9 still outperformed them at the top level. That's not to say that TSM and Envy are a bad team per matter, but just sometimes the underdog wins. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe for more Valorant content and content like this. And let's see how Cloud9 does on closed qualifiers. Anyway, this is Fatman, sign out. Peace guys.